Hey guys, are we live? So just let me check if we are live. I'll just check on YouTube. I'll check on Twitter. Just a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me just see if we are live. We are live. Are we live? Live. 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 So yeah, we are live. Just let me check YouTube. Uh, yeah, and we are live on X also. Let's just edit the X post if possible. I'll open it over here and let's see. So, what's the motto? What's the agenda of today's live stream? I also don't have any idea. Edit post. Yeah, I can edit the post. So, just testing. So yeah, I'll open YouTube also. Should I? Should I not? I'll just open YouTube over here to see the comments if I get any. But most probably I won't. Just a minute. Yeah. So, so what is this live stream about? It's pretty much time pass actually. It's nothing much. We'll just be doing random stuff and we'll be talking about random things actually, to be honest, today. So, I've been procrastinating this for a very, very long time, and I'll most probably be procrastinating this in future as well. Because, see, I've realized one thing: procrastination is a part of me, and if I kind of let go of procrastination, then I'm kind of letting go of myself. And is it really worth it to let go of yourself to just get more followers or get more subscribers or just share your thoughts and stuff like that? I anyway share my thoughts to my friends, to my family, to people around me, to my coworkers, whatever you call them. They're just people who are in the journey of life with us. But the thing is, when it comes to recording content or when it comes to coming live on X, I usually end up procrastinating all of this. And I guess that is just who I am. And it's going to be the way for, I guess, ever. So uh, there's nothing much I can do about it. And to be honest, if I try to do something much about it, I'll be changing myself. So yeah, I've just accepted procrastination, and procrastination has kind of become a personality trait of myself. So yeah, but with on that note, let's just start today's live stream. And I guess I'll name this part of the live stream my rant on procrastination, or procrastination is a part of me. Procrastination is my personality, something like that. But one more thing I wanted to address is how's AI been, guys? Like, are you using AI in your day to day life? For the people who have a secure job, safe job, for them, AI has kind of been a pretty much advantage because their work gets done faster and they kind of uh, basically can chill around most of the time. But the ones whose boss and whose company has figured out that AI can do work faster and stuff have high expectations with you now. So yeah, you need to kind of deliver quality work over there, and the chances of you losing your job actually has reached its peak. So I guess AI has pretty much fucked up everyone who's doing a job. So that is one thing. And the second thing is for the people who are running freelance agencies and stuff like that, the cost of providing a service has reduced drastically. And all the freelancers were shouting around, were so happy that, wow, the cost is so less, we are getting paid so much, we are making so much money and stuff like that. But what happens with reduction of cost is that your revenue will also reduce over time because your customers, your clients, everyone will get the knowledge of AI. And over time, they'll be like, okay, man, this guy is not even spending money to provide this service. So let's start negotiating with him. So, yeah, pretty much AI has. affected the people who are kind of running their own freelance agencies as well. So they have seen reduced revenues. A lot of them have lost their business, and yeah, I'm respectfully one of them who has been affected due to this. There was this holy period in between where we were just shipping things, just delivering stuff for our clients at such a high pace, and we were making money, and we were being paid like the traditional agencies get paid. But that holy period, that easy money period is now over. And probably the next easy money period is going to be something else. So let's just see what it's going to be. Not really sure. But yeah, these were basically the things that are going on in my head right now. Just wanted to share it with you guys. Also, kind of, I'm reading this very interesting book on Indian philosophy, and I started reading it yesterday, and I came across a very interesting paragraph. So I'll just open that paragraph up right now, and I'll share what that paragraph is about. And it's just super cool. I'll just share my screen. Yeah. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay, share. So yeah, I guess you can see my screen. Is there a way to expand my screen? Yeah, now you can only see my screen. What the fuck? Let me see. Right, I'm streaming for the first time, guys. So I guess yeah, perfect. 1 minute. What the fuck? Why is it zooming out every time? Yeah, pretty much. I guess all of you can see. There's no point. Let me just maximize it. What the fuck? You don't want to see my face, anyways. So this is how it goes. No, no, what the hell? Yeah. So this is how it goes. Dialogue between father and son. Here, the father, who represents the orthodox view, maintains that renunciation should come at the end of the asrama discipline, but is won over to his side by the son, who holds the view that it is the height of unwisdom to follow amidst the many uncertainties of life such dilatory disciplines, and pleads for an immediate breaking away from all worldly ties. That is, detachment, according to the former, cannot be acquired without a suitable preliminary training undergone in the midst of society. But according to the latter, it can be achieved at once. Any moment of disillusionment about the world sufficing for it. The one believes social training to be indispensable for the perfection of character. The other looks upon it as more a hindrance than a help to it. So, yeah, what does this mean? And what did I kind of understand from it? And why am I sharing it over here? So, uh, the thing is, first thing, what it really means is that a father and son are arguing, and uh, the father comes up with an argument that you can achieve moksha, or you can achieve uh, your passion, your dreams, only when, if and only when you have uh, completed the cycle of your responsibilities according to society. You have had kids, you have fulfilled your responsibilities, you have taken care of your parents and stuff like that. But the son argues to this that we can achieve our dreams, our passion at any moment of our time. Not dreams and passion, and particularly moksha, enlightenment, at any moment of our life. And society and the societal part, the responsibilities are just a mere hindrance to achieving that. So basically, funda is very simple that from like centuries ago in India, like if you go back dated to the Mahabharata times, this argument has been there between children and parents. When you're young, you ought to believe that responsibilities don't really matter much, and you can leave them any moment and achieve what you want to do in your life. But when you get older, you feel that, oh yeah, society is important and stuff like that. But there are a few people who end up sticking to the fact that they can achieve anything at any moment of life, and society is just a mere hindrance. And those are the ones who rewrite stories, and those are the ones who become the heroes of the heterodox view of society, of philosophy, of life, of way of living. And this is a very, very interesting uh, paragraph in itself, because this tells that this is not a new age problem. This problem did not arise because of the internet. The rebels without a cause are not produced because of the internet. Instead, they are produced because of the pressure cooker that the society has become. And a few droplets escape through the pressure cooker in form of steam, and those are the ones who are the rebels without cause, and they are the ones who lead the heterodox view of the world, or the delusional view of the world. Now, this brings in a very big contradiction in philosophy in itself as well, because philosophy, the Indian philosophy in particular, has two streams, two lines of thoughts majorly, which is the orthodox view and the heterodox view. The orthodox view is considered the pessimistic view, the optimistic view as well. So it is considered the optimistic view as well. And the heterodox view is considered the pessimistic view as well. And this classification of orthodox and heterodox is with respect to an orthodox view in itself. So, according to an orthodox, the orthodox way of living is optimistic, and heterodox way of living is pessimistic. That is, leaving the society is pessimistic. But if you look at it at the point of view from a heterodox person, then you will say that the orthodox way of living is pessimistic. The reason why a heterodox person with heterodox point of view of living will say this is because in an orthodox way of living you are trapped into rules, responsibility, while in the heterodox way of living you're free, you are an individual, you're not a group of people, you're not society. And this is really, really interesting if you think about it, because everything, uh, the way of living, from everything that we do on a day-to-day basis, whatever our society says, dep- is classified into different boxes. But that classification solely and solely lies on the eyes of the observer. So whenever you judge someone for doing something, or whenever you judge society for doing something, your judgments answer is purely subjective to your point of view, and it doesn't depend on the action of the person in argument, right? So if you're judging a person A, if A is the person in argument and you're judging their actions, you're judging their behavior, and you get an outcome from that judgment, that outcome is independent of that person A. It is solely and solely dependent on how you look at the world. What is your point of view of living? What is your point of view of philosophy? So, this is like, this passage gave me one thought, and that one thought led to the other thought and led to other thoughts. And that is what philosophy is about. Philosophy is a domino effect that is created in your brain. And that domino effect is influenced by everything you have learned in your life, you have seen in your life, and all the interactions you have done in your life. And yeah, wanted to share this bit. I don't know why, but I guess I enjoyed this part of the episode. A really good monologue from my side. Yeah. And let me just see, on YouTube, I have two people watching me. On Twitter, let me just have a look. So on Twitter, I have 24 views. Oh, wow, 24 people are watching me. So yeah, this was one thing that I wanted to share. So started with procrastination and shit, and then came to AI, and then came to Indian philosophy, an introduction to Indian philosophy, if I say. Now, what we can do is talk a bit about what's going on in life and what really matters. This question has been striking me a lot since I've graduated from college. Like, to be honest, I've had a lot of free time since I've graduated from college, and in that free time, I have basically just traveled around a bit. I have seen the world, and I guess I've learned a lot from my past few months. And what I've kind of realized is the point of living is to basically experience new things. It could be an experience you're having in your own city. It could be an experience you're having outside your city. It could be an experience you're having outside your country. And it could also be an experience you're having by just being with someone new. So, whole point of living boils down to these experiences, what all you're experiencing, and how each independent experience is linked with another experience, and how an independent experience in your life wouldn't have existed if one particular independent experience didn't exist. These thoughts, these cumulative, uh, I would say, these cumulative overlaps that happen in your life, these domino effects that happen in your life, the patterns that happen in your life, I guess that is the purpose of living over time. Uh, your goal should be to recognize more and more patterns, recognize more and more overlaps, and what you should do, what you should be maxing in your life is to minimize these overlaps, how to attain experiences that are solely independent of each other and have the bare minimum overlap. So, on a surface level, you might feel that two experiences are particularly independent of each other, but on a deeper level, you'll find, oh shit, they're related. And if one experience wouldn't have happened, the other experience also wouldn't have happened. Our sole purpose in life should be maxing the sorry. So our sole purpose of life should be minimizing the overlaps that you have at a deeper level. So any experience that you have in your life, any experience that you have in your life should basically be independent of each other at the deepest level possible. That should be our goal. We should maximize on having independent experiences from each other. And the reason for this is this makes you a multi-dimensional person, right? You just understand multiple things, you have multiple thoughts, and this actually kind of does two, three things to you. First, it makes you multidimensional. You start understanding a lot of things. You start understanding humans. You start understanding patterns around you. And you, in general, become more vocal to things and stuff like that. So that's one thing. The second thing it typically does is that you kind of also um, lose your calm. You kind of lose being normal in terms of society. And when you lose being normal in terms of society, you actually become independent of the societal responsibilities. You become independent of the societal thoughts. You become independent of the collective human thought around you. And when that happens, that is when your individual starts shining. And that's kind of a super interesting thought in itself, right? So the process is basically you start with experiencing more and more things. Your goal should be experience max the amount of experiences you're having in your life. And then your next step is to understand how these experiences are related to each other on a deeper level. And then your next step is how do you minimize the overlap between these experiences on a deeper level. And then your next step is to actually understand who you are. And in between these last two steps, you will lose your calm because you will feel that you're going off track. You will feel that everyone else is ahead of you, and you will also feel that you are doing something wrong. But when you kind of go through all these phases, and when everything is over, you will realize who you individually are and how you are different from others. And that will give you the peace that you're looking for. That will give you the direction you're looking for. And that is what modern day enlightenment looks like. Modern day spirituality is basically finding yourself. It is basically cutting all the nits, cutting all the waves that are coming from the cumulative human thought to achieve your individual human thought. And that is what actually matters. So, this is pretty interesting. And I guess we should talk more about this. We should think more about this. We should read more Indian philosophy in general. So I have this book on Indian philosophy. I'll show it to you in the next episode. I don't have it right now. But yeah, I guess that's a very important journey in our life that we need to talk about. And modern day spirituality, modern day enlightenment needs to be understood, because the thing is, times have changed and the old society has changed a lot. We are in a new society, and we are also at a transition of another phase of our society. So we need to create a new playbook for enlightenment. We need to create a new playbook for, in general, understanding humans, the culture of human society, and stuff like that. We need to create a new playbook for human society as well. So, uh, this is an attempt to create that new playbook, and I am uh, looking at myself as an experiment to this new playbook. So, yeah, I have been trying to uh, max independent experiences in my life, and that's how I want to look at my story. Like, so yeah, I'm traveling the world, not to just see places, not to just spend money, but to actually max independent experiences in my life, so I can finally get rid of the collective thought of the human society around me. So yeah. And what do I mean by actually collective thought of human society around me? So you grow up, when you're a kid, you grow up around people. You grow up around your parents, you grow up around children in your school, your friends, you grow up around the teachers who are teaching you in school, then you grow up around people in college, then you grow up around people in your workplace, you probably grow up around with your girlfriend or with your best friends. And what really happens is the thought of all of these people ends up affecting your thought, because you take a collective decision of what these guys recommend you to do or what these guys tell you to do. That's peer pressure. And if you look at their thought is also influenced by their own circle of people, their own peer pressure. And basically, there's a chain of thought that comes from people around you and from the people around them. And there's like a 4 degree, 5 degree connection till which from which this thought is coming, and that in itself is collective thought. So we have, as a child, never individually thought about ourselves or individually taken any decision. What we have done is we have taken collective decisions from the five 5 degree connections around us. So just imagine uh, the number of people we are taking decisions from hundreds or probably thousands of people. And the point that I'm trying to present over here is that it sucks. It sucks when you realize that you haven't taken any decision for yourself throughout your life. So the most important and highest priority thing that a human should crave for is to take their own independent decisions. And how do they do that? They can only do that by cutting ties from their collective human thought. And you cannot do that by physically cutting ties with them. You have to mentally cut ties with them. And for that, you need to experience a lot of things, especially you have to have independent experiences of in your life. An experience A should not be correlated to an experience B in your life, and that's what you have to max to kind of be an independent thinker, and that's what it takes to achieve enlightenment in modern times. This is what I've understood in my own journey, and this is probably what I'm trying to prove as well with my own journey. I've not really achieved independent thought myself. I do not take independent decisions myself. I'm scared, and I end up craving for a lot of societal, what do you say, approvement. I want to be approved by society. I want people to think that I'm doing the right thing, and I, that makes me a loser in itself because I'm not taking decisions independently. And that's the reason why I want to experience more and more independent things that are not dependent to each other, and I want to prove to the world that that is the way to achieve independent thought. So yeah, that's why I'm traveling a lot, and uh, I guess I just wanted to speak this out. And going live and doing this was kind of the best decision I have done. So this is one thing, and then 36 people are watching me on Twitter. Crazy, bro. And what else can we talk about? I want to start vibe coding as well. I've been procrastinating that too, but I guess procrastination is just a part of my personality. So I will keep one bad thing with me and not try to improve it. And I want to see where it takes me. Probably it will take me towards a downward spiral, but who knows? So let's see how that journey is. And what else? What else? What else, guys? Anything? Let's just scroll through Twitter. It's been a long time I've done that. So I'll be scrolling through Twitter live, putting out comments also. So let's just see what the feed looks like. Sure. Yeah, so my own profile is open. That shows the level of narcissism I have. And that's pretty crazy. 1 minute. So I want to maximize, minimize. How do you kind of create the screen sizes? Shit, bro. Ta-da-ta-da-ta-da. Ta-da-ta-da-ta-da. Okay, yeah. I finally got what I wanted to. I can put this anywhere. Okay, perfect. Not perfect. Yeah, now it looks better. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Yeah, perfect, perfect. Let's scroll through Twitter. Yeah, let's see. So, reminder to back home, you need this way more than you don't need it when you're on the journey. You need friends. Friends are important, but I don't really kind of think that they're important in every phase of your life. You should have an individual phase in your life where you're dealing with things alone. Don't be too dependent on them. That's my thought. Agree, but at the same disagree as well. Only makes you weak. So yeah, pretty much that's what I feel. So yeah, the old design of Air India is so nostalgic. The old design was good. Scott Maharaja was so iconic. Alas. I don't know why people live in nostalgia. So, see, this is my view on nostalgia, right? Nostalgia makes us weak, first thing. And second thing, nostalgia is basically a feeling that keeps you stuck in past. And it's not good because when you're stuck in past, and nostalgia in itself is a positive feeling. So when you have a positive feeling about the past, you basically kind of become ungrateful to the present. And being ungrateful to the present is basically being sad all the time. It's a very pessimistic way to live. So nostalgia in general is a very pessimistic feeling because the outcomes, the domino effects it has on your present is negative, and it leads to a pessimistic life. If you look at a person who is nostalgic about every fucking thing, that same person will be highly, highly ungrateful to what's happening to them right now, but will end up romanticizing it at some point in the future. And at some point in the future, when that person is sitting alone, that person will realize that I could have made that moment so great by leaving my past nostalgic memories at that particular moment. And in general, I could have had a better life, and that person will realize that too late. So I feel nostalgia over everything is not good. It is a very good feeling to have. That means you have had some beautiful moments in your life. But if you're nostalgic always, then that's a pessimistic way to live. And I feel that's really, really wrong. When you have friends who prioritize drinking and all that, read alert in Pune with all schools ordered to be closed. If possible, work from home the next few days. It's raining cats. Okay, 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 okay. Depression is over, guys. No more depressions. Charles, like, okay, fun. I don't know much about F1, so that's chill, I guess. OMG, they are full okay Hamas mode. Mexico fans launch fireworks at secret England team hotel to ruin sleep before FIFA match. Oh, crazy. That's crazy, actually. It's a good idea, to be honest. Looking for female influencers, UGC creators in India who can shoot good short form content. Need to create 50 videos and want to start ASAP. Crazy, crazy, great. Weekends are usually kind of slow. What are you all up to today? I've been sleeping all day. Good day to accumulate some more. Experimenting with AI video editing. I hate this term AI. I just hate it. It has made life boring. Yeah, learning has become fast, but it has in general made life boring. Deep search is good, but I could have done that before as well. I would have taken more time to do that, and I would have in general had more purpose in my life. AI is increasing the purpose problem because first you took a lot of time to do your work, to do your daily chores, to meet your daily needs, and now you probably cannot meet your daily needs and you know that, and there's no point trying to meet them, or you're meeting them too fast and you have a lot of time left in your plate. And in both the cases, you have a lot of time left in your plate. So now you start thinking more about purpose, and because you actually feel that your life is going for a waste because you're not doing anything, and the purpose question starts to hit you. And I feel 5 years, 10 years down the line, we as humans are going to have a purpose crisis, and a lot of us will be under depression or will be suicidal because we do not have our purpose sorted, or we do not have any clue about our purpose. And I just have a very strong feeling. It's a very pessimistic take on AI in the future, but I feel that's where AI is basically heading the society to. And I hate the term AI. So yeah. Little artist in the house. Okay. Kids are quick. cute actually. I was just testing or someone liked it. Good, good, good. Dal, chawal, boiled eggs, achar, and chas followed by nap when it is continuously raining. Okay, yeah, people's name. Okay. Masturbation has to be the hardest addiction to quit. Any comments on this? Is it even an addiction? That's the first question. Is it even an addiction? So I'll just ask questions, okay? Yeah, oh, yeah, that'll be fun. Hey, do you want to quit? And quit preparing your day-to-day life instead of quitting. Why not? Why not ask the question of how to make life better? Let's just wait for it. Some people. Let's just see what they reply. Yeah, if they reply, I'll share it in tomorrow's video, tomorrow's live stream. I'll try to do it daily, but yeah, procrastination, Baba ki jai. I feel like taking asymmetric bets can be broadly categorized into just two categories: create contents has been. First, create. Very tough to realize what the asymmetric bet is over here because it's only asymmetric if people actually consume. And second, invest. Invest in dollar. Right. Haha. Just promoting our bags. Oh my god, it's tomorrow college. I can't fucking believe. Okay, okay, okay. And I'll share the thesis of hype as well. We'll have a detailed live stream on it. It's a very interesting company in itself, Hyperliquid, and I feel more and more people should know about it. I actually recorded a whole video on it on a board, and I want to share it with everyone. Let's see if I'm able to share it soon. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, that's on my thing now. Thank God, thank God, college is over for me. Just reply how much ever possible. Let's just see. Yeah, yeah, let's do this. I open Twitter with you guys. I start replying to a lot of people. I start posting and I start going live regularly if I'm able to do. And let's see if how fast I can reach my payout day. On Khara. Yeah, कोई नहीं खा रहा. What a phenomenal weekend. Bro is pouring hard in Mumbai constantly. See, 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 see. Thirst trap, guys. It's Twitter. See what people do for payouts. Dollar hype has already overtaken 13 of the top 20 crypto assets by market cap, 68% conquered. Next target is TRX at 1.5x away. This isn't slowing down. Okay, okay, okay. Very interesting. Not slowing down. Hi, Jeff. Anywhere, anytime, any day. Free Jeff. What the fuck? Is Jeff in jail? The hyper revolution has begun. Hyper liquid. Okay, okay. Not catching up with friends. Yeah, but Sometimes weakness too. Too. By the way, just push hard on the fact that sometimes you keep yourself away from people who recognize your old version. Perfect. Yeah. And let's just promote our live stream over here. Let's just go promote our live stream. Where is it? 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 Where's my live stream? Copy link and I paste. Come on, we. So yeah, okay. And what else? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with Twitter? Damn, Google Maps also compiles a list of all trending places based on actual footfall data it's gathering. Hey, this is really cool. You guys should actually kind of check this out. Let me just open Google Maps and check it out myself. Very interesting, very interesting. Let me just see what's trending in Bangalore right now. Let's see. Google Maps. Where's Google Maps? And how do we see this? Like, what's the thing? Bengaluru trending. Let's just search Bengaluru trending. Trending. Hey, no, 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 no. It's not working. How do we save this? Okay, let me just ask this one because I don't know. And if I find it out right, I'm going to tell you this in tomorrow's live stream. Okay, so let me just ask him. Do you do this? Question, 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 question. This is very interesting. I found it interesting. I'm a sucker for IRL experiences, and I'm a sucker for how to make discovering IRL experiences more easier. And this is something that could possibly be an answer for that too. So let's just see. Gold. Let's just see what BMS by the way 70 LPA was by Apple, 44 LPA was by me. Uh, I want to kill myself, not actually, but get the feeling कोई इतना पागल कैसे हो सकता है? Me every day. It's a way of living, and there is some crazy peace in it. Very, very interesting. Oh yeah. So just a random thought. When this video is crazy. Actually, I'll share this video. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. Like, but yeah, yeah. So when I was reading about Indian philosophy yesterday, so I was but I particularly read this difference between the intent behind. I just want to fucking close that video for a second. Huh. So I basically read the difference between the intent behind European philosophy and Indian philosophy, basically Western philosophy and Indian philosophy. And the difference is stunning. And why? these two philosophies from its foundational level are actually different from each other. If we look at Western philosophy, the roots of Western philosophy, the beginning of Western philosophy lied with human tendency to be curious. It was built on curiosity. The foundation of European philosophy was built on curiosity, while the foundation of Indian philosophy was built on achieving enlightenment or moksha. And pretty that pretty much tells you why Indian philosophy is completely different from Western philosophy, and why Indian philosophy revolves more around religion compared to Western philosophy. Because Western philosophy was built around being curious, of asking the question of why, how things are happening. And that's where science branched out, physics branched out, maths branched out, everything branched out from philosophy in the West. But if you look at Indian philosophy was focused entirely on achieving moksha. It was more about a way of living. And that's why what branched out from Indian philosophy, what were the major things that branched out from Indian philosophy? You had science, maths, and all of that also branch out. But the major things that branched out from Indian philosophy were religion, Buddhism, Jainism. All of them were way of living, was a way of achieving enlightenment, was a way of achieving moksha. And that's super crazy. It tells the difference between West and India. And it kind of also tells how possibly Indian philosophy has the answers of your present day miseries and your individuality more than what Western philosophy has. Western philosophy is wholly focused on curiosity. But what if curiosity is not at all the answer to your miseries? The answer to your miseries is actually lying in achieving moksha, achieving enlightenment, cutting societal ties. What the argument between the father and son was during the times of Mahabharata. So, what if that is the answer to your individual miseries? And this was a great thought. So, I just kind of wanted to share. By the way, yeah, this video was pretty crazy. They just threw that kid over there. Like, bro, that's so funny. That kid was fighting with this bike guy, and they just picked that kid, threw that kid into the farm. That's so crazy, bro. Like, see, whoa. घर जाओ तो बैंगलोर का वेदर याद आता है, बैंगलोर आओ तो घर याद आता है, a never ending cycle. BLR में भी घर है bro, घर है bro. आ जाओ खाना खाने, आ जाओ खाना. I do things like this on Twitter. Do I even follow this guy? No, I don't. Bro, people must will be thinking, what is this? Okay, do I follow her? No, I don't follow her. What is that tweet? By the age 22, you should have a collection of people that know your deepest, darkest secrets that you don't talk to anyone. And you must see them, use those secrets against you, against you in ways you never thought, to end up realizing that we are on this journey alone, and start alone to just Airbnb has gone to crap. What the hell? It's a very good company. Airbnb has gone to crap. Stayed in a hotel this weekend after mostly doing Airbnbs when traveling. Oh my, I think hotels have caught up. Smooth check-in, sparkling clean room, bed and furniture, great interior design, beautiful breakfast, generous timing, checkout 12, none of that. Take your trash out kind of passive aggressive situations are hotels making a comeback. I think so. So let's come to Airbnb. Airbnb was built to experience life, right? To experience living with local host to experience something with someone else. But what actually ended up happening, because of the brutality of capitalism, is that Airbnb ended up becoming like hotels itself. It ended up becoming business models. It ended up becoming individual run hotels. So what Airbnb ended up doing was not actually replacing hotels from a new way of stays, but it allowed anyone and everyone with small capital as well to run their own hotel and to get into the hospitality sector as owners and not workers. So basically, Airbnb kind of allowed more people to become owners in the hospitality sector. It deviated from what it actually started as. It started as a way to experience life in the shoes of others by living with them. That was the purpose of Airbnb, right? And this Airbnb is kind of the perfect product that shows how capitalism ruins community, capitalism ruins the motivation behind starting a social platform, a experience social platform, and especially when it comes to IRL experiences. Airbnb was supposed to be an IRL social experience platform, but it ended up becoming a micro hotel management platform. And that that's because of the game of capitalism. So basically what we actually need and what actually crypto can promise, is a decentralized Airbnb, a community run Airbnb, an Airbnb that doesn't need to actually give returns to investors, and an Airbnb that doesn't actually run on the fundamental thesis of capitalism. Its foundations are completely different. Its foundations are community aligned, community owned, and its foundations are more decentralized than the current form of Airbnb. And when such an Airbnb is built, it will be more experience centric, IRL, social interaction centric, rather than being micro hotels. Because when you're a micro hotel, then the bigger hotels will come up and become better than you. And that's what capitalism is about. Capitalism is a war between small people and the big people, and you'll have multiple cycles of capitalism. So basically, how capitalism works is, right, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, and every time you'll see great products that will try to bridge the gap between the poor and rich, and that will provide means for the poor to fight the rich, to climb up the ladder, to stand up with them. And this will be followed by the rich catching up to the poor, catching up to the means that the poor got, providing better services, and then the masses of the poor will choose the rich again, make the richer rich again, and then you'll again see a cycle of empowering the poor and stuff like that. So America basically grew because of this cycle. They sold the American dream. They sold a path, the way, the ladder to actually become rich, to stand on par with the rich. But we will see the cycle break. We will see the means break. We also saw the American dream break in America itself. So basically, capitalism is just a bunch of cycles that happen, and the end of each cycle is basically rich getting richer, poor getting poorer. But in between the cycle, you'll see phases where you they'll show that economic freedom exists and the poor have means to get rich. And you'll see a lot of products that will let the poor or middle class climb up to the place where the rich is, get access to the things the rich has, get access to the businesses rich can do. But over time, the rich catch up to what the poor provide, the moats the poor have, and they kill them, and the masses choose the rich again and push the rich again. We need to break this game. We need to break the system to create more community centric products. And that's when we create more IRL social interaction centric products as well. So we need to kind of rethink what communities are. We need to rethink that from the very basics. We need to kind of rethink what uh, interaction is. It's not only something happening over the internet, it's also something that's happening in real life. How do you kind of keep those in real life interactions away from capitalism, keep it more community centric? What Airbnb initially wanted to do but couldn't do because it was a part of the capitalistic game. And it's not their fault. It is actually the fault of the game, right? So yeah, probably uh, summed up capitalism too. Yeah. So capitalism summed up is basically rich getting richer, the poor getting poorer. In between, you'll see a lot of products, phases. You can divide this now. So you can divide this into micro capitalism, capitalism happening in a particular sector, in a particular business, or you could divide this, look at it as a macro capitalistic point of view. You could understand the world better. So it's basically everywhere. Rich is getting richer, poor is getting poorer. You'll see some people in the middle class place, or some with some privilege, or someone who's the rich itself. If you look at communism in general as well, it is branched from capitalism. Karl Marx came from a very rich family, and Karl Marx created a shelter. Basically, what Karl Marx did, Karl Marx packed capitalism into a new wrapper called communism and sold it to the world. So yeah, that's what people do in on a macro level also. So the rich people in itself create a wrapper of rich getting richer in general, but they show it to people in a way that, oh, we are empowering the poor are getting better, poor get to do a business that only rich could do, and stuff like that, stuff like that. They blabber that shit, and the poor fall into that shit. They get into it, and with time they see returns. The first few see a lot of returns, and they start providing services. They fall into the capitalistic trap. They have their own pyramid of rich and poor, rich and poor, rich and poor, who keep fighting with each other. And while they're fighting with each other, while they're fighting with each other, these people catch up to what modes these guys had by learning from them, and they overall get richer at the end of the cycle. So yeah, this is capitalism. We started with Airbnb, but yeah, we need a decentralized Airbnb. We need an Airbnb that is more centric to IRL social interactions rather than capitalism. And one such product that I was discovering while I'm planning my Europe trip is couchsurfing.com. It's super cool. You can check it out, and it focuses more on social interactions rather than empowering people to create micro hotels. Like Airbnb empowers its hosts to create micro hotels. Crazy, right? So yeah. Oh, blabbering shit, man. Explore model. So let's open Google Maps and let's look at explore model. Or is explore, explore. No. Nah, I cannot find it. See, I'll try to find it and let's see. Let's see. I'll try to find it and let's see. So yeah, let's look more of Twitter for 5 to 10 minutes and then let's kind of end the stream. We did pretty much. Okay, I'm kind of bored from today's peak. So yeah, stop sharing. That's it for today, guys. We talked about a lot of random things, and we discussed a lot of random ideas. I shared my view on capitalism and shit like that. And yeah, I'll probably see you tomorrow. Or I'll just procrastinate it to day after, or I'll just procrastinate it to day after, or I would just procrastinate it next week, next month. But I'll see you on a live stream soon. And with this, let's end today. Tata, bye bye. See you sometime soon. Procrastination is a part of me, and I'm not letting it go. If it goes naturally, I don't know, but I'm not putting in any efforts to let it go. That's it for today. Bye bye. See you.